Dear students of English version 11, I am Muhammad Obadur Rahman Chaudhary. Now we will discuss on a very important topics from dynamics chapter of first paper, projectile. And you know well, first of all, what is called projectile? We must memorize this as a important knowledge type question. What is called projectile? If we throw an object, with a particular angle with the horizontal plane ground to the space, then this object is known as projectile. For an example, you have seen available the missile throwing and the shot put throwing playing. You can see you have already know all this type is object is known as projectile. They may be classified in projectile motion. So first of all, you must know or memorize what's called projectile. If we throw an object with an angle with the ground to the space, then this object is known as projectile. And you know well, when we'll throw an object to the upward direction to the space with an angle with the ground, though the motion path of that object will be in this way. This will create a curve here. So now we'll discuss when we'll throw a projectile. So how will be the velocity and how will be the displacement of the projectile here. Suppose before that we'll discuss about the another information of a projectile. First of all, we have known that a projectile means when we will throw an object to the space with an angle with the ground, then this object is known as projectile. Suppose we have thrown a object with the ground obliquely with a particular angle to the space, then this object is known as projectile. And finally, the motion path of this object will be in this way. It will create a curve. So now we'll discuss about some important properties of a projectile. First of all, from which point the projectile will be thrown. This point is known as the point of projection, and with which velocity the projectile will be thrown. This velocity is known as the velocity of projection, and the along with which path a projectile will move from the point of projection and last of the falling point of the projection. This full path is known as trajectory. It's a very important knowledge type question. All of the student will must remember and memorize this. What is called trajectory. Trajectory means from the point of projection along with which path a projectile will travel. This path is known as trajectory. So we must remember this. And another important information here is horizontal range is too much important. Horizontal range is too much important, and horizontal range will be identified here from the point of projection and falling point of the projection, along with which horizontal distance the projectile will cross. It is known as the horizontal range. It will be identified as R here. So horizontal range is very important for a projectile, from which, in short, this information to understand from which point a projectile will be thrown and at which point it will touch on the ground. Between these 2 points, the horizontal distance is known as horizontal range. It's very important. Now, it's important information when the projectile will be thrown from the point of projection, with the velocity, particle velocity, suppose here with the velocity v naught, the velocity will must be divided into 2 components here. One is horizontal components and another is vertical components. So let us put the information here. So when just we'll show from the pointer projection, we'll show the projectile with the velocity of projection v naught. The velocity will be divided into two components. One is horizontal components v naught cos theta and theta naught, and another is vertical component v naught sin theta naught. So in the initial point, we can see initially along with x-axis the initial velocity of the projectile vx naught equal to, we can write v naught cos theta, and along with y-axis the initial components of the velocity will be v naught sin theta here. Okay. Now after a definite interval of time, suppose we have shown the projectile from point O, and after a definite interval of time t second, now the projectile is remaining at point P, and at point P there is also two dimension here. Along with x-axis, suppose it has been crossed distance x, and along with y-axis in the vertical plane the projectile has crossed the distance y. So in this case, at point P, there will also remain the two components of the velocity. One is horizontal component Vx, and another is vertical component Vy. So let us say again, from the pointer projection O, we have thrown the projectile with the velocity v naught, and at the beginning point the velocity has been divided into two components. One is horizontal components v naught cos theta, and another is vertical component v naught sin theta naught. Here theta is indicate theta naught, no problem. And after definite interval of time, suppose after t second, the projectile is remaining at point P, and at point P there will be the displacement along with x-axis and y-axis both, and we will get at point P. Here we will also get the two components of the velocity here. So now we will find out which will be the value of the velocity along with x-axis or horizontal components and horizontal direction, and which will be the velocity along with the vertical direction Vy. So let us find out after t second. After t second, so we will find out the velocity along with x-axis. Vx equal to Vx naught plus Ax t. We know it's a popular or very known equation from our SSC level. How we have got this? We have got V equal to U plus AT. You know well, V equal to U plus AT. According to this formula, we can submit this here. Now there is another important information here. Along with x-axis, there is no components of acceleration due to gravity here. When we will throw a projectile to the space upward direction, in this case there will act acceleration due to gravity, upward direction and downward direction. Upward direction negative and downward direction positive. And as there is no components of acceleration due to gravity along with x-axis, so along with x-axis the value of the velocity of this projectile must be constant or unchanged. As the velocity along with x-axis will be constant, so along with x-axis there will be no acceleration here. Only the acceleration act along with y-axis, upward and downward direction. So here there is a important information. So we can put the value Vx equal to Vx naught. The value of Vx naught, initially we have got Vx naught equal to V naught cos theta, V naught cos theta, and plus Ax will not be 0 and t submit here. Why not? According to the information, Ax equal to 0. As again let us say, as here in case of a projectile, the acceleration due to gravity, there is no components of acceleration due to gravity along with the x-axis or horizontal plane. This is why the value of the velocity along with x-axis will must be constant here. As the velocity is constant or uniform velocity along with x-axis or horizontal plane, so there will be no acceleration. This is why x equal to 0, and a student will must remember this information as an understand based type question. In case of projectile, why there is no acceleration along with x-axis or horizontal plane, explain it. We must memorize or as a understand based type question. So let us put the value Vx equal to or Vx equal to V naught cos theta here. Okay, now along with y-axis, again along with y-axis, which will be the velocity Vy equal to Vy naught plus Ay t. And let us put the value Vy naught, the value of Vy naught equal to V naught sin theta. Vy naught equal to V naught sin theta, and along with y-axis, the acceleration will be the acceleration due to gravity minus z into t here. Why not? Along with y-axis, acceleration a equal to minus z. We have thrown the projectile here to the space from the opposite direction from the ground to the space. This is why here g will be mass negative. Let us put the value. So finally, the value v naught here, let us have dot here sin theta, v naught sin theta minus zt. So from these topics, from the equation 1, suppose equation 2, we can find out very important information for the CQ question, for both the CQ and mathematical problem. If the question wants from us find out the velocity of a projectile after a particular interval of time, then how we will find out? We know that as the dimension of the velocity of a projectile is two dimension here, one is horizontal components and another is vertical components along with x-axis and another is along with y-axis. So after a definite interval of time, we must get the two components of the velocity of a projectile, and before reaching the highest height. Why not? At the highest height, there will also only be the horizontal components of the velocity, but before reaching the highest height, in every point we'll get two components of the velocity. So to find out the resultant velocity, which we need to find out the resultant velocity of a particular point after throwing from the point of projection, we'll have to find out first of all the velocity along with x-axis and the velocity along with the y-axis. Then from equation 1 and 2, we'll have to find out the resultant velocity here. How will find out the resultant velocity here? Here you can see as the projectile motion is two-dimensional motion. So at point P here, at point P, if we want to find out the velocity, as here the velocity has two dimension, one is along with x-axis and another is along with y-axis. So the velocity we can write in this way: vector v equals to vxi plus vyj. So if we find out the value or magnitude of the velocity after definite interval of time t second, here t second, then v will be root over vx square plus vy square. So it is an important formula to find out the velocity of a projectile after a definite interval of time. So dear students, we must remember that if you need to find out the velocity of a projectile after a definite interval of time, we must find out the velocity. First of all, we will find out the velocity along with x-axis. In this way, x equal to v naught cos theta, and secondly, we will find out the velocity along with y-axis with the help of this formula, and then last of all, with the help of this formula, we will find out the final velocity in this way. So it will help you to find out the velocity of a projectile after a definite interval of time. Then now in this way we will find out the velocity of a projectile. Now we will find out the displacement along with x-axis and the value of the displacement along with y-axis after a definite interval of time t second. Here we have got the velocity. Now we will find out the displacement. This way, the same way. So along with x-axis, we will find out the displacement. Suppose along with x-axis, the displacement is x, then we can write x equal to ut plus half t square, bx naught t plus half ax t square. You know the well-known formula s equal to ut plus half t square. Then now let us put the value. We know the value of vx naught equal to v naught cos theta here, v naught cos theta into t plus half. We know the value of x equal to 0 here. Why not? Along with x-axis, there is no acceleration, into t square. Now let us put the value x equal to v naught cos theta into t. Here the value will be 0, must will be 0 here. So x equal to v naught cos theta into t. From here we can find out the value of t here, t equal to x divided by v naught cos theta. Suppose this equation is 4 number equation.